What's going on, everybody? I'm sure that not a lot of people were expecting this, and I sure as hell wasn't expecting this, but Hoyoverse is actually nerfing the difficulty of Pure Fiction moving forward in version 2.7, which is going to be, obviously the patch after 2.6. So I'm sure a lot of people weren't expecting this, right? This is really out of the blue, and there were no real leaks talking about this, but I don't even think Pure Fiction was that bad. I barely tried to keep up with the meta, right? I have a Firefly team comp and all that, and I average 11 out of 12 stars. Sure, it'll be a lot better if I could get that last star every time, but this was never really that difficult of content. But I mean, whatever, bro. Let's just get into it, right? This is a new grit game mode after the Pure Fiction update. Every period stage effects will turn into different grit mechanics. Activate grit mechanics in battle to accumulate grit value. After accruing sufficient grit in combat, characters will enter a surging grit state for a period of time, while in the surging grit state, characters will obtain powerful buffs. So, concurrent choose phase and then surging grit phase. So after you activate these grit mechanics, which I don't know how you would do that, you just get more buffs, you get stronger, right? So it does seem like it's gonna be kind of like the 2.5 event. And funnily enough, it shows an image of it right here, right? It seems like Pure Fiction will turn into kind of like a refreshing war dance event almost, but it's not staged, right? Additionally, the Express crew has also adjusted certain enemy mechanics in Pure Fiction. When engaging in combat after the update, the non-boss enemies will also continuously refresh. So that means when you have the boss here, right, then the enemies on the side will be, they'll refresh every time you kill them. They will always keep on refreshing over and over and over again. Aside from dealing direct attacks, you can decrease the HP of boss enemies by a certain percentage through defeating non-boss enemies. Defeating non-boss enemies efficiently will quickly reduce the boss's HP. After defeating the boss enemy, the next wave will begin. So just by beating the smaller, weaker enemies around the boss will lose HP for each one that you kill. That's nice. Objectively speaking, that means when you play Pure Fiction after the new update, you won't just run into situations where you find a single boss enemy standing around alone on the battlefield, or moments where leftover non-boss enemies cause bosses to be undefeatable. So you will always have some sort of low-level enemy, like right here, that you can take down alongside the boss itself. The boss will never be alone anymore on the battlefield. Point accumulation and distribution adjustments. After the Pure Fiction update, Trailblazers will obtain points based on the amount they reduce from the boss enemy's HP. Additionally, on the basis of the content update above, the scores you can obtain for beating the first, second, and third enemy waves will be 8,000, 1,600, and 1,600 respectively in Pure Fiction. The maximum score and points needed to obtain the various star ratings will not be changed for Pure Fiction, meaning you still need to get overall 60k in order to 3-star the phase. 30k on each side, 40k, and then 20k on each side respectively. Doesn't matter, you're still gonna need 60k in total to 3-star. Any stage, any of the 4 stages, right? Pure Fiction is one of the 3 permanent game modes. As such, the Express crew greatly values the Trailblazers' feedback. We hope that the updated Pure Fiction will offer Trailblazers new experiences and also welcome Trailblazers to share their thoughts and responses with the crew. Thank you for your continued support, Trailblazer. Now, this is nice, right, for the casual players. I'm just worried that Hoyoverse is gonna take this game in a direction where they start making the content easier. For the past year and a little bit, they've been cooking really hard, right? Adding new endgame, which doesn't give more rewards overall, but it does give more variety in content, which does make the game fun, even if there's no direct rewards from it, right? But I'm worried, they might start making the game more catered towards, the more casual audience, right? For the past year and a little bit, like I said, they've been cooking with the updates, adding more difficult content, right? But looking at version 2.6, it's like, bro, 2.6, I'm hyped for 2.6. I'm not trying to conform to the Hoyoverse shill mentality, but I mean 2.6 is all mini games. I've never been the biggest fan of mini games, but I think that 2.6 is gonna be nice, you know, like lighthearted fun, you know, a little break from some of the more darker stories we've had recently. But they recently added like an easy mode. You can lower the difficulty of some of the enemies now. You know, I'm wondering if Honkai Star Rail is being nerfed, right? In 2.7, they're also adding a housing system, which I literally just made a video on. I just posted it right now. So I'm wondering, right? Are they done trying to appeal to like a semi-hardcore audience? Are they turning this game into a mini game simulator like with Genshin Impact? Honestly, bro, I hope not, right? Honkai Star Rail will, at the end of the day, it will always have mini games, right? Mini games is something that Hoyoverse always puts in their games, right? Genshin Impact is the first thing that comes to mind for most people, but even Honkai Impact, it has a lot of mini games, right? They're not in the main story, but like they're usually event exclusive, but still there are a lot of mini games in Honkai Impact, so there will always be mini games in Honkai Star Rail. I just hope that it won't really affect the main, you know, like the hardcore content in the game, right? Or hardcore for Hoyoverse standards, right? This is nice. This is a nice change. You know, it'll be easier to get the Stellar Jades from Pure Fiction. I just hope that they don't nerf it too much, right? This change should only allow for players to get 1 or 2 extra stars. This shouldn't be a type of thing where now anyone can 12-star Pure Fiction easily, even if you have like 1 Yenching and 1 Clara and that's it. If they're making this easy mode, I don't know about that, but we'll just have to wait and see until this actually does drop, right? I'm just hoping that they don't make it too easy, because when it's too easy, it's like there's not really much of a challenge to it. You get what I mean? But that's about it. That's just my sentiments on it. I'm just hoping that they don't make it too easy. They don't make the content overall moving forward too easy. I hope they keep cooking, but I'm gonna end this one off here. I'll see y'all. Goodbye.